Welcome back here, everybody, to Inside the Vandals. Joining me now is women's head coach John Newley, coming off two big wins here at home. The Vandals are rolling, to say the least. You guys won 6 out of your last 7 games, John, and it started Thursday here inside the Cowan Spectrum against the New Mexico State University Aggies. John, you guys get a big win there, 19-point victory over an Aggie team that's very talented. Talk about the overall team effort in that one.
Well, I thought our defensive effort was great in that game. Really, you know, they have a very talented kid, Gilbreth, who we knew was going to score her points, you know. But we wanted to hold the rest of the team down, and I thought we stuck to that game plan. We really did a great job of playing team defense and, you know, kind of ganging up on Gilbreth when we could, but executing the rest of the game plan from a defensive standpoint. Just, I think, one of the best all year that we've done as far as following the game plan. And offensively, we came out on fire and got a good lead and kept it.
And the stats show how good of a team effort it was, John, defensively. New Mexico State shot 29% from the floor, 14% from deep in that game. Stephanie Gilbreth does get 21 points for New Mexico State, but as you mentioned, she's a player that sometimes is just going to get hers. Now, on the Idaho side, maybe the surprise offensively was freshman Allie Ford, 20 points on 9 of 11 shooting, an absolutely efficient night. Talk about her offensive game and how it's progressed through this season.
Yeah, Allie did a great job of finishing at the rim. They were trying to take away our perimeter game, you know, as teams are going to do, and if that's going to happen, we have to make them pay inside. And I thought Allie did a great job of really getting up, elevating, finishing her shots at the rim, rebounded, you know, like crazy, like she always does, and provided a lot of energy. You know, I thought Jess Graham did the same, you know, finished inside. All of our post players did just a fantastic job of taking it to New Mexico State inside.
So now, John, you talk about post players finishing. Now we move to Saturday against Denver, and the leading scorer is Alyssa Charleston. No surprise if you've watched this program. 20 points from her on 7 of 13 shooting. Again, efficiency has been the key down low in the post. That was a tougher game, though. Only an 8-point victory. It was a bigger lead at points. You guys were down at points in that one. Talk about just the effort to come out and really the mental toughness to get a win against a very talented Denver team.
Yeah, I thought we showed a lot of toughness in the first half when we were down 11, and it got off to a slow start. We've been starting games extremely well during our win streaks and you know, the way we've played. So to start slow was a little different for us, and but to almost catch them at halftime, really be down 1, and then take the big lead in the second half and keep it, I thought was huge for our team. It was a different type of game for us. We haven't been involved in that kind of physical game probably since Las Cruces out there. And to battle like we did inside, I mean, you know, there was a lot of grabbing, holding, shoving going on and a lot of physical play, and I thought we responded well to that.
So now, John, we move to this week. You guys hit the road again. It seems like we're on the road almost every week with this team. I don't even know when we have home games anymore. We travel down to face UT Arlington and then Louisiana Tech. We start off with Arlington on Thursday, and this is a game where maybe a lot of memories and a lot of records can be made all in one night. You guys can get to 10 conference wins with beating Arlington. You guys can also see Alyssa Charleston get her 1,000th point. She's 3 points away from that. Christina Salvatore is also only 4 3-pointers away from tying the all-time Idaho record. Just talk about that game going into it last time out here at home. You guys get the 70-52 win. What'd you see out of Arlington, and how can you exploit them even more down in their own court?
Well, I think they came out and tried to play us man last time. They're really a zone team, and I thought we did a great job of taking it inside on them early. And then when they went back to the zone, I thought we really exploited that with our 3-point shooting. I think they're going to have a hard time guarding us. I think our deal is we're going to have to be able to guard them. And at home, they play extremely well. They shoot better at home. They play with more energy at home. They played a lot of teams close and beaten teams at home. So we're going to have to bring that same road energy we've been bringing this year. I think we've been a really good road team for sure this year so far. We have to bring the energy, though. You know, we saw what happened at Utah State when we didn't bring anything. So we got to come with energy, enthusiasm. We got to rebound. We got to defend on the road because it'll be probably the toughest road trip of the year.
So now, John, you guys move after that Saturday at Louisiana Tech. Now, that was one of those games here at home that you instantly want back. It was a 20-point lead against the Lady Techsters here inside the Cowan Spectrum. There in the second half, they come back and really show just how good of a team they are. What have you seen out of La Tech, not only in that game, but in games past that really concern you, but also give you some sort of optimism?
Well, they're extremely physical inside. They're obviously hugely athletic. They always have been, you know, through the years. That hasn't changed for them. Their guard play is much better this year than it's been. You know, the Shelton kid had 45 points. to what, 2 games ago. So you know how explosive she can be, and we know how explosive all of them are. And at home in that environment, it's a crazy environment. You know, I've been there a lot of times, and they just have great fan support, great arena. It'll be great going into that and playing in that arena before the WAC tournament, though, because it's going to have that feel to it, I think. Kind of a postseason feel to it as we get down there. It's so close to the end of the year, so I think it's great timing for us. We're playing well, and you know, I like to hit them as we're playing well and see what happens.
So now you talk about Kalia Shelton there, and at times Idaho has really been susceptible to letting one player score some points but hold everyone back. You talk about the 45-point game at UTSA, and then after UTSA, a game that La Tech won, they headed north to San Marcos, Texas, and a surprising win by Texas State over them. Just talk about maybe how susceptible not only they, but any team in the WAC can be, especially as you guys head into a team in Arlington that could be a sleeper.
Oh, exactly. That showed right there. You can't, you know, think you're going to walk into a game, show up, and win. Any team in this league, and I think La Tech got a huge taste of that down in San Marcos, which you know is a hard place to play. You were at our game, and you know, anytime you go on the road, man, it's tough. And if you don't bring that energy I'm talking about, that's what happens. And you know, they found out, La Tech found out what it's like, and we can't have that same thing happen. And I will be reminding our team, don't worry, this week. You know, UT Arlington, their record may not be great, but you know what? They have talent, and any team with talent, you know, is scary to me. And any team in this league is scary to me, because anybody at any time, it's an old cliche, I know, but they can beat, you know, they can be beaten, and we got to come ready to play.
Well, John, we want to thank you for stopping by this week. Good luck down in Arlington and La Tech, and bring back 2 more wins.
All right, thanks, Madison.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Inside the Vandals this week. I want to thank Idaho men's coach Don Verlin and women's coach John Newley for joining us here. Make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. Until then, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/VandalInsider and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/InsideTheVandals. Now we're going to leave you with some clips of Saturday's women's game here at home. It was the Hoops for Hope game here inside the Cowan Spectrum. Enjoy.